Liverpool's are very passionate about their fighters, about their people. So it's understandable, man. You know, I've been in enemy territory before, but I don't think anything is like this.
First impressions of Liverpool, I just want to gauge how you've been here for a couple of days, a bit of time to get used to it. How's it been going so far?
Oh man, it's been going great. You know, to be honest with you, as soon as I stepped off the plane, everybody's been very welcoming. The weather has been beautiful, which I hear is very rare. So for the past week, it's been nothing but sunshine, and I'm just glad to be here, to be honest with you. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to take this fight was because I've never experienced, you know, Liverpool. So I'm here, and there's a lot of history here, and you know, we're used to things being 60, 70 years old back home, but things are, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years old here. So I find that very fascinating, and I love it.
And I saw you were chatting to Meatball Molly Khan. She's teaching you a couple of Scouse words. Do you want to show us off what you've learned?
Of course, la. You know, I mean, that's pretty much one of the only things that I know is la, kind of like lad, I guess. Boss. You know, this is boss. You know, I'm learning some Liverpool lingo, but picking up a few things here and there. So I'll take it back home and, you know, get it started there.
How's the lead up in to the preparation of this fight been for you? I know you had Chris Weidman involved in your camp. Has everything gone smoothly in the run up to Liverpool?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I mean, training camp has been great. I understand Darren Till is a very, very strong and very talented fighter. So, I mean, you know, coming into this camp, which I'm very excited for, because, you know, very rarely in my welterweight career, especially in the UFC, I've faced mostly wrestlers. So it's good to be able to go out there and face another striker. You know, I'm looking forward to a chess match, and you know, he's a tough opponent. That's something I'm prepared for.
And stylistically, I mean, most people are expecting two renowned strikers to keep this one on the feet. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. But if it does, you've got your karate style up against his kind of Muay Thai style. How do you see that one playing out?
Well, you know, he says he's going to knock me out in the second round. So I guess he's going to come out very aggressive, which most of the guys that I face have been aggressive. You know, with my style, it's a very different style. It's kind of hard to get used to once you're out there. You can bring all the people you can to simulate it, but it's different whenever you step out there and actually feeling it for yourself. You know, he's a Muay Thai stylist, not your average Muay Thai stylist. Keeps his hands down. He's a very good counter puncher. He likes to get your back up against the cage, loves to throw those elbows in that left hand. So you know, it's going to be interesting going out there trying to figure him out. But I think it's going to be a little bit harder for him to figure me out. But you know, this is something I'm looking forward to. This is why I'm in the game. You know, it's definitely going to be a chess match, and I'm just here to put on a show for the fans.
And people are saying, for Darren Till, from his perspective, if he gets a win over you, that kind of shoots him right into the title picture in the welterweight division. For you, a win over Darren Till, what's the kind of next step, even if you thought that far? Yeah,
I mean, you know, I never want to look past my opponent, because, you know, Darren's definitely going to come in the best shape of his life. He's fighting from his hometown, so, you know, if he wins, he'll definitely shoot him up the rankings. If I win, you know, I'm ranked number 1. So I think depending on how I win, how I defeat Darren Till will determine whether or not I get that next shot. It also determines whether or not, who fights Tyron next and who wins that. You know, I mean, if one of the guys who, you know, fighting for the interim title, if it's RDA or Colby Covington fight Tyron Woodley and win, I think I might get that next title shot. If Tyron wins, then I'll probably have to fight 1 or 2 more times in order to get that next shot. So it's kind of up in the air. It really depends on how what happens this Sunday.
It really is one of the most exciting divisions in the sport. Did you have a keen eye on Kamaru Usman fighting Demian Maia last weekend?
Oh, yeah. I was actually looking forward to the Ponzinibbio, you know, him facing Ponzinibbio, but I understand accidents happen and injuries happen during camp, and, you know, Demian Maia did take that on short notice, but man, Usman is everybody in the welterweight division. It doesn't matter where you are in the rankings. Everybody's got the potential to put you away, you know, which is why I find this division so exciting. I mean, you got wrestlers, you got strikers, and it's just slam packed with talented guys, man. I mean, it's just one of the most competitive divisions in the UFC. So it just puts a smile on my face knowing I'm still ranked number 1, you know, in this very competitive division. So, you know, I'm 35 years old. I got a small window to kind of do what I want to do, and I just want to be known as one of the best fighters who, you know, in the UFC who ever lived. And I like to consider myself a young 35-year-old. So, Don't take a lot of punishment. Hopefully I don't take too much punishment this Sunday, but if so, then oh well. This is why I'm in the sport.
You said there just about being a liked UFC fighter and somebody who the fans get behind. You are a really, really popular fighter. Everywhere you've gone, you've had a lot of support. This time it's going to be different. You play the role of the villain. You're the bad guy coming into the arena and trying to suck the air out on the night. How are you relishing that, or is that something that's unusual for you?
No, this is when you think of the bad guy, you don't think of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, But I understand that, Liverpool's are very passionate about their fighters, about their people. So it's understandable, man. I've been in enemy territory before, but I don't think anything is like this. So far, everybody's been very welcoming, very nice. But I understand Sunday night's going to be a little different. But that doesn't bother me one bit. I'm going to go out there and have some fun, man. And Darren Till's going to do the same. And hopefully with a win over Darren Till, or if not, I leave with some Liverpool fans.
One thing I wanted to ask you as well is, you being such a popular fighter, one of the things your fans love the most is your walkout music. Wonderboy. What I want to know is, did that came after the nickname, obviously. Is that kind of match made in heaven, or how did that come about? How did you find that?
Even in my kickboxing days, my brothers, I've got two brothers, and they've been begging me to walk out to Tenacious D Wonderboy for the longest. So when I first stepped in the UFC, I asked my social media followers what I should walk out to. And 99.9% of them said Wonderboy by Tenacious D. And it's not a song that really jacks you up, pumps you up before you step out there, but it puts a smile on my face. It gets the crowd going. The crowd laughs about it. Every time I step out or after a fight, I get a ton of people saying how much they love that song and they appreciate me walking out to it. So my dream is to actually have Jack Black in the arena singing Wonderboy as I walk out. So hopefully you guys can maybe help me out with that.
So Darren Till has come out with a prediction that he's going to finish you in the second round. Do you have a prediction to throw back at him, or is that not really your style?
I never have predictions. If a knockout happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I never go out there trying for one, because I find if you go out there and do it, I've been fighting since I was 15, and you either wear yourself out trying, and when it doesn't happen, it kind of affects you mentally. So every time I visualize a fight at the end, it's always with my hand raised. How I get there is up to me, and but I always visualize my hand being raised.